Hello everybody, Claire Daly, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia, and tonight I want to show you a range of ways to use the Humble Home bundle out of the September to December mini catalogue. I absolutely love this cute little house punch and the stamp set that goes with it, and punch bundles are actually a little bit more reasonably priced in the catalogue as well, so it's another reason that I really like it. Plus, this isn't just one that you can use for Christmas. It does have Merry Christmas and From Our House to Yours, but it also can be used for a thank you, a welcome, new home, a whole range of things. But it does have that cute little wreath, and so I'm going to show you mostly Christmas cards, but then I've got one, a new house card that I can show you as well. So you'll find this bundle in this September to December mini. In fact, the bundle features on the front page with those cute little houses. So lots of ideas there to use those. But it's on page 46 in the Australian version of the catalogue. And you'll see the builder punch there down the bottom. You can buy them individually. So the stamp set's $35, the punch $42, or you can actually buy them together as a bundle for $69.25. So there's some sample ideas here, but I've got lots more to show you today as well. So the very first thing we're going to do is to emboss a couple of this image here. So this image, and cut those out and use them on a couple of cards and tags that came from the quick mix and match range and show you. And then I'll show you some other ones where I've used embossing as well. So I'm going to pick my colours based on the material. So this is one of the gold dip cards in Garden Green, and this is one of the die cuts which came from the A Little Bit Festive, which I'm playing with a different video. A Little Bit Festive product range, and a Little Bit Festive paper pack, should I say, which includes 6 12 by 12 paper sheets and 3 die cut sheets. So this die cut came from here, and I've used real red or cherry cobbler, but I'm going to use real red because it'll be a nice pop. So that's why I picked the real red for this one in terms of which colour I'm going to be using. Okay, let's get what we need for the embossing. So we've got our cardstock, and I'm going to use white. Now, if you haven't changed over to the Wow embossing powders from the Stampin' Up, so these are the ones, these are our original ones, and then we have now moved to the Wow embossing folders. Embossing powders. You still get 3 in the pack, but I have tried these and they are great. I find they're brighter, more opaque, which actually the white says bright, opaque, bright white, regular, and it definitely is. And it also seems to melt much smoother, and it seems to melt much quicker. So I found that really interesting. So we need our embossing buddy, which has got our embossing additions toolkit, which has got our embossing buddy, which is the little pillow that we put over the cardstock to make sure that we don't get embossing powder where we don't want it, or to minimise that. Still get a little bit with the white. So pop that there, and then we want to do our stamping in Versamark. Okay. So we'll get a block. Should have been a little bit more organised, but hey. It's live stamping, so we'll do it as we go. So we've got our block, and I'm going to be using this one here, which used quite a bit already. So I'm going to pop that on the block. I'm going to make sure that's got lots of Versamark on it. And then we're going to stamp that And do the same here. Now I should have actually stamped that close to the edge because I'll show you why in a minute when we're going to be doing the punching, but I'll just cut the cardstock underneath it. So then we'll do this one here. Now we are going to pop the embossing powder over the top. So it already seems, when you do that, it already seems brighter to me than the other one used to be. So just use your brush to get off any that might be where you don't want it, which there's not much with this one. And then with the Embossing Additions toolkit, you can just pop that back, straight back. And you can use the brush to help that process as well. So you're not getting any wastage. And of course, before we use the heat gun, we're going to put the lid on that. Otherwise, it will be a disaster. Now, when you're embossing, the three things which are going to give you a great result is one, making sure embossing powder's not too old. It does sort of go off after a long time. So not really sure in terms of, I can say exactly how long, but if you're consistently not getting a good result and you're checking on other things, check, that it hasn't been sitting around for years and years, because that'll give you a not very good result. The other thing which sometimes can be is that your Versamark ink pad needs re-inking. If you're not getting good coverage of your Versamark, then you're not going to get good covering with the of the embossing powder sticking. And the other thing is not to heat for too long. Really, once it's melted, it's done. You don't need to do a lot more. So I've got our heat tool, Stampin' Up heat tool, and I'm going to let that heat up. Can use the tweezers, but on a big piece of cardstock like this, not necessarily needed, but let's do that anyway. And then you're heating it until it goes bright white. So you'll see it start to change. There we go. And then I want it to be like that the whole way. So I think that's enough. Because if you do too much, you can actually sort of like make it really dull and flat, and that's not what you want to do. This one's big enough for me not to be able to get my fingers burnt. So we'll just hold it there until we see it turning the bright white. That's pretty well done. I might not have had the best coverage on this one. It looks a little bit, see how that's a little bit not working properly there? I don't think I got very good coverage with the Versamark, so I'm actually going to do that one again. So let's do that again, and we will see if we can get a better result. So using the embossing buddy. And then we want to make sure we've got plenty of Versamark. Near the bottom, make it easier with the punch. And then opaque white. Okay, this time I'm going to do it another way. If you haven't got the Embossing Additions toolkit, you can just do that and pop it back into your container. So just out of the way. Now I want to get up again. So I'm happy with that. It's giving a more opaque result. I just don't think I had enough versa mark. I'd left it a bit long while I was applying the embossing powder after I did the versa mark because I was talking so much. So that's a much better, much brighter result there. And also this time I've got it punched towards the bottom so that when I get the punch, turn the punch upside down and line it up to punch out, it's much easier. So line it up like so. Punch that out. There's one. Put that aside. And then we've got this little bit here as well, down the bottom. So lined it up and punching that out. So isn't that cute? I just love those cute little houses. So the first card I've got to make, I'm just using one of the gold dipped cards out of the mini catalogue. So you will find those towards the front of the catalogue. Yeah. Pack of gold dip cards. So it just makes card making so easy to have the card base all ready to go. Quick and easy, and then you can build them up. And this cute little one here, this is from the A Little Bit Festive pack here. So you can see that there's a few different Christmas trees in there. You get 3 of the 12 by 12 die cuts, and then you get 6 sheets of paper with the 6 sheets of the pattern paper which coordinate with the die cuts and that as well. There's lots of ideas of what you can do with that there. So I'm using one of those die cuts and one of the gold dipped cards, and then I just wanted to pop this with it, and then I'm just going to put a little stamp one of the sentiments in the corner. In fact, I might just do the sentiment here, close by, maybe down here. We'll see in a tick. So I'm going to stick this one in with on with snail or glue to start with, whatever you've got handy. I already had snail out from the previous project. I'm going to line that up. That's so. And then I want to put some dimensionals on the back of the little houses. Get to the end of this one, but we'll use them all up. So we'll pop that, make sure it's straight. Yep, I think that one's straight. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to just stamp the sentiment, and I think I might stamp it in, I could either use garden green, but I might even go shaded spruce to make it a little bit darker, to pick up some of the darker colours in the Christmas tree there. So I'll just grab, now the Merry Christmas stamp is very little, and it's a photopolymer stamp, so that's really good because you can see where you're stamping. Hopefully I will get it straight, but if not, I can just put it on a piece of paper, on a piece of cardstock and put it over the top. So there's always a way to fix our mistakes like that. So we'll put that, rub that on my dark jeans and we will so I think I want it that's so, and I think that looks pretty straight to me. Let's see how we go. Yep, I'm happy with that. So very, very simple. To be careful, I've got a bit of ink on my fingers and I don't want it to get over my cards, so I'll just rub those on my jeans. Now I think somewhere I will find them in a tick, the druzy embellishments that I've got left, or here they are. Now because I've got gold in the trees, I'm going to use the gold ones, so I think I might, yeah, I'm going to use the 3 little ones. So let's find, oh, I'm a bit of a mess here, sorry about that, a bit embarrassing. So we'll do 1, 2, and then we'll do one up this top corner. There we go. So that's super simple way to use one of the embossed trees. Sorry, one of the embossed houses. It looks like a cute little gingerbread house, but I love it next to the great big Christmas tree. I think it looks very festive. So let's have a look at this one, what we might do. So what I'm going to do here is, I think I could almost use the same colour, the same green for the sentiment, couldn't I? But then I could also use something like this, which is already done. No, wrong colours. This one's done. No, that's Happy New Year. I don't want that either. Or we could maybe just do it straight. And then I quite liked it on its side. Still deciding here. No, I think what I'm going to do is put this, and then I'll put the tag on its side. So I'm going to stamp in the same colours. I think that will go okay. And you've got lots of other colour choices that coordinate with this tag. Merry Christmas. And then I'm going to pop the little house up. I have got another little tree here, but I think it might be overkill if I use the tree on this one as well. Actually, that's not too bad, is it? Oh, let's put the tree in there too, shall we? Why not? Okay, and this is left over from the little bit festive cards that I made. So I might as well use up all the bits. So I'm going to move it over a bit. Pop it there. And then I'm going to put that right in the centre on. So So I think I might just do it like that. And then what I'm going to do is get some thread. I think I might actually use gold thread. I would have normally used silver because of the cool colours, but we've got the gold dipped on the card here. Now this is some thread that I had left over from another Stampin' Up release, but in the new online exclusives, which are coming out to customers at the start of November, there's actually some thread exactly like this. So that's really good. That's why I'm using it, because you'll be able to get it next month or the start of November. So I'm going to pop that through like that, and I'm going to pop this through like that, and then I am going to make that into a bow. A little bit tricky, hang on. I love how these cute little embossed houses are the star of the show though. So if thinking stamping, Michelle Gretsch on Facebook, my friend, she did on last Wednesday night, she did a live with some gorgeous examples of using this card with some nice bright, using this bundle with some nice bright little embossed houses. So I'm just going to pop that on its side like that and pop it up on some dimensionals, and that's going to be my card. So it doesn't have to be complicated at all. But I'll show you some other samples that I have done using that version, or that one of the houses, and then I'm going to colour one of them or do one of the stamped houses in a tick that you can. Okay, so I think I will just pop it like so. There we go. So there's our Real Red and our Misty Moonlight. Now let me show you some other versions of that. Here's a version I have done using crumb cake, and that was this is a card I've previously shared on my blog for one of the Art with Heart Christmas blog hops, Heart of Christmas. So again, I've used the bigger one of those trees, and that's just embossed onto crumb cake cardstock, and this is part of the Nested Winter Designer Series paper. These ones I've done using Sentimental Christmas. This is part of my October card class, my monthly card class. So people purchased either the supplies without the bundle or with the bundle to make these cards, but I'll show you those cards. The class is now closed, but you can actually buy the PDF instructions, so I'll link down to that below. So this one, Sentimental Christmas, I've used pecan pie ink on crumb cake to give that result, because that coordinated in with the lovely colours in the Sentimental Christmas. This one I've used gold on Pretty Peacock, again because that coordinated in. And then this one I've used white on crumb cake, and used some of the other bits from the Joyful Images and the Joyful sayings to complete those ones, and they were actually part of the class. They got half a pack of the Joyful Sayings and half a pack of the Joyful Images, which is why I've used those as well. And then this one here, I've used the front and the reverse of the Sentimental paper, Sentimental Christmas, and then I've used it on white again. I love it on white on crumb cake. I think it looks gorgeous. And one of the sayings as well. So they're all of the versions I can show you that I have done with embossing it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. Now I want to show you how to stamp the little house in the other version, the bricked version, and how you can colour that, and then we'll pop that on a card as well. Okay, for our second card, we are going to do one of these little ones with the bricks, and I'll show you this card as well in a moment. So for this, I have got a crumb cake base, and then I've cut a piece of, this is actually from the Reindeer Fun Designer Series paper, because I just loved that little pattern. And this is 8.5 by 12.5, and I've got it on a little mat, a very tiny mat of early espresso, because it's going to tie in with some of the stamping. So let's put that bit together first. And then we want to put that in the centre of, make sure we've got the right way up. Yes, we do. In the centre of, in the middle of the card. Okay, happy with that. So these two pieces are the same width as the whole card. So what we're going to do is attach these like so. Actually, I could have done, what I should do, maybe I should do it in, yeah, actually, maybe I might do it in early espresso. So this one is 6.5 by 10.5. So we're going to do 6.8 by 10.5. Let's do 10.5 by 6.8. Now I've already done a little bit of stamping on this one to speed things up. So we have got a little bit there. We have got a couple of the trees I stamped from Peaceful Evergreens. I just wanted a little bit of a tree in the side, and then I have stamped from the stamp set that we are using. I have stamped the Merry Christmas. These are both in shaded spruce, which blends in with the couple of the greens which are used in here as well. So I wanted a bit more of a depth of colour. Okay, so what we're going to do is do it a little bit more, this one, because we're actually going to tie some twine around there. So we will attach that. I think I might be nearly out. Yes, I will just change my snail. I just realised I called it snail. It's actually Stampin' Seal. So it's super easy to change these. Just lift that out, and when you do that, just get rid of any gunk that's also stuck in here, because that will make things continue to work as they should. And then you get your refill and pop it in the same way. That the other one came out, and then just, whoops, make sure you get any gunk off here as well, and then just pop the lid on. So, and then you just need to roll it along a little bit. always rolls much easier. You can tell when you're starting to get to the end and going to need to replace it because it becomes a little bit harder to roll. Okay. Like that. And so we're going to attach it over the top, and then we're going to tie some of the twine around it. So we're not using dimensionals or anything. Some of the white out the side there. So okay, like so. So that's the base ready, except I want to also put some twine around there. This is from the Basics Baker's Twine pack. Have I got the end there? That's better end. So I want to do double. I always tend to get too much, but I'd rather too much than not enough. You know, I don't think I've actually got enough there. So I was trying to be all frugal, and look what happened. I guess that's one of the good things about being a demonstrator, being able to get your supplies at a discount. So I've got lots of what we call happy shoppers in our team. I've been a demonstrator for 18 years, so my team, nearly 18 years, so my Stampin' Up team, with that heart team's been going nearly that long as well. And we've got lots of people there that are just there for their own benefit and to get the great discount and to immerse themselves in the fun of being a demonstrator and part of our crafty community. And also being part of the global Stampin' Up community. So you'll see at events, you'll see us, my team loves to attend events, those that can, and we like to get together then in person, but we're also, that was a terrible bow, we're also, what I'm going to do is actually do a knot first. We're also very active. We've got a very active online. So we've got our own team Facebook group and we are very active on there. We've got people from right around Australia. So if you're looking for a bit of crafty me time and making some new crafty friends, October's a really great time to join Stampin' Up because there's a great special on. So my team's in Australia, and that's obviously where we're looking for people to join from because we can't have people join from other markets. Goodness me, that's an interesting bow, but I'm going to go with it. It's gone all, must be the crazy weather we've been having. It's gone all curly on me. But you know what? I actually kind of like it. Then I might see it tomorrow and think, oh my God, I've got to fix that. But I'm not going to fix it now. So I'm just going to cut off those bits. Actually quite like it. Yeah, so in Australia, if you're looking for a team to join, we would love to have you. We've got a bunch of people. I mean, we've got people that are there to share Stampin' Up with others so you can learn from them. We've got some really successful demonstrators in our team, but we've also got a bunch of people that have been there for years and years and years just enjoying getting a discount on their craft products, and by doing that they're enjoying getting a discount and they are also just enjoying, you know, we've got blog hops each week at the moment with Christmas, and then another one that goes all year with colour. And we have lots of different things during the year, and we try and get together when we can, but they're just a bunch of really lovely ladies, and we're always looking for new people. So contact me if you're interested in joining up. I said now's a great time. You get $280 in your starter kit, and had you bought for $169, and if you actually buy that much, you would have to pay $305 including postage. So at the moment you can get that exact same, your choice of whatever you want in your starter kit, for $169. So you're saving $136, and then you have that ongoing saving of the 20% discount. So if you're a regular shopper with Stampin' Up, it's a really good deal to consider, and contact me and we can discuss a little bit more about it. I'm happy to answer any of your questions, obligation free of course, totally transparent. But, you know, would love to have people from right around Australia, extra people, join our team. Yeah. Okay, now let's have a look at this. We're going to do the little brick one first. So, done the brick part for the house. And then we're going to use the early espresso to do the other parts of the house. So the other parts... this bit here, the windows and doors, and then the little wreath as well. So we'll do that in a tick. Do this. Now the doors and windows are joined together. You can actually use some bits from here to put behind the windows, but I'm not going to do that. I think it looks quite nice directly onto the bricks. So let's pop that on. Just want to make sure that's, yep, that's good. So can line that up pretty good. Yep. And then we will line this one up as well. So we've got the doors and that. And the next thing I'm going to do is the wreath. So I think I might have done that upside down. The door handle looks on the wrong side, but never mind. They'll work out how to get in. The other one here we're going to do is the wreath. Now, because I'm going to colour this with Stampin' Blends, I can just stamp it in the normal coloured ink. So I'm going to do it in early espresso as well. And I'm just going to pop that up the top here. Like so. Tint's a bit crooked, but that's okay. And we are going to colour that in. So I've got the light shaded spruce to colour in the wreath part. And then I have the light real red to colour in the bow. And because these are alcohol-based markers and the ink that I used is water-based, you won't get any smudging. Whereas if I was watercolouring, I'd need to use alcohol-based markers, because then that wouldn't run in, alcohol-based stamp, so it stays on, because then that wouldn't run. Okay, with your water. So you just think whichever medium you're colouring with, you use the opposite base for your stamp, your stamping. Okay, so just cut the bottom off there to make it easy to line the punch up. So we're putting the punch back to front so it's easy to see. There we go. So we're going to pop him like that. Oh, he's so cute. I love it. I don't even think, maybe I might put some sequins. We'll have a look in a moment. So as well as card making here on YouTube, you'll find me on my business Facebook page, Claire Daly Creates, and you'll also find me on my blog. So you'll see some of these cards also included in blog posts, especially our Art with Art team, our Heart of Christmas blog hop, because it's very big Christmas theme, and I do a lot in between videos and blog posts on my Facebook page. So my Facebook page is becoming more and more active, which is great. I'm really enjoying, and so that's where you'll see me get most of the content in between videos and blog posts. I tend to be most active on those three. And then everything I blog also goes on Pinterest, so you'll see lots of stuff on Pinterest from me as well, under Claire D. But all of those links are in Facebook up the top with the social media links anyway, so easy to find. Okay, let me have a look what I'm going to use here. I think I might go with, I think I quite liked these gold ones actually. I haven't got any of the druzy ones left, I used them on my other projects, but these are the adhesive back metallic gems, and we've got brassy coloured ones. They're quite cute actually. They're almost like well, they're rose gold, there's silver, but I quite like, yeah, not sure if to use the real gold or those ones. I might use these ones. Okay, so I think I might use one, here. Then I think I might use one up here. And then I think I might use one down the bottom here. Yep, I think I'm happy with that. Maybe that one needs to go a little bit further over. Good thing about using the take a pick tool, I can just lift that up, especially if it hasn't been too long since I've popped it down. Yeah, I think that's better. So this one here with the bricks and the stamping, I've also done a similar one like that, using Sentimental Christmas at the back there, and using this was one of the images out of the Joyful Images in the mini catalogue, the Mix and Match ephemera, and the difference is I've used crumb cake there, and I've used the druzy embellishments. Very obviously I had the same thoughts, completely didn't remember where I'd placed them here, but it's just when I place embellishments, I'm looking for balance of the whole card, and I don't know, I just look at it and I think, yeah, that just doesn't look right, and just move things around until I get it in the right spot. So that's with the brick one. Now I've done another one here, which I wanted to show you, which is I've just punched it out of crumb cake, and I've written home on there and used one of the punched hearts on the punch, on the little hearts here. Now the reason, this one's actually, a friend is moving into a new house, and so I wanted to wanted to send her something, and I wanted to include a card. So this is what I'm making, and then just popped a strip of paper down there. So that was really simple. This paper here is from the Perennial Lavender paper, and this one, Nature's Sweetness, both still available in the online store. but I just wanted to use those real natural earthy colours. So that's different ways that I've used the bundle. And then you've got all of these ones. I think my favourites, that one's pretty keen on that one, but those ones that I made today I'm really keen on, with just the embossed ones as well. And somewhere the red one is, which I cannot find right at this second. Oh, here we go. No, you know, the green and red one. So I hope you enjoyed those. I'll pop all the details down below of the products I've used today, of the class. So I've got a class, PDF class you can purchase, which is includes 5 cards plus the instructions for this one, the bonus card. This is one of the cards. This one's another. So yeah, you've got instructions how to use the Humble Home if you're interested in that. Otherwise, I hope I've given you lots of ideas today how you can use it. It's really cute. And as I said, it's really reasonably priced. And, you know, this punch you can use for so many different things that aren't necessarily Christmas, or, you know, this is going to be a punch that I know that I'll hang on to for a very long time, because it's just going to be so versatile for, you know, housewarming, new home, all sorts of projects. So thanks for watching today, and I shall talk to you again soon.